fence that ran from this corner post across to, I think, roughly where that gate is. You probably won't be able to see it, but at the edge of the wood over there, and it faces east. So I have a sloping bit up there. Unfortunately, it has power lines on it. This field has been detected before, before COVID, I'm told, 2 detectorists. It's in total about 9 acres, so I'm hoping possibly there's a stream at the bottom, some interesting features, a couple of ponds or quarries. I'm hoping they might not have hoovered everything up, but we'll see. It does have a slightly more southerly prospect than the other fields that me and Dan did last week. Anyway, I'll see you on the first hole. I'm hoping I'm going to stay cool. I've got lots of liquid, so it's although it's only the 16th or something of May, it's we're getting sort of July weather. Anyway, see you on the first hole. God's law, the first few drops of rain just as I've started. Hopefully it won't be long lasting. Look up at the sky. Fortunately, my car's not too far away on this particular occasion. Let's engage the Bluetooth for you. 50%. So, suspect something like a button maybe. Stone, or is that the target? No, that's a stone, that's a pebble. Alright, let's see if it's any closer. I think this is going to be another animal ointment tube. Well, that's part of it anyway. Piece of aluminium, don't want that. Yeah, just to check that that's the case. Yeah. Alright, cruddy old bit of alley, never mind. Number 2, it's a nice 19, it's shallow though, and I'm under the power lines, so it's possible it was missed by the previous lot. Depends how well their detectors deal with the EMI from the power lines immediately above me. The Vanquish does very well in that respect. Yeah, it's kind of really loud. Put the iron on. It's interesting, it's still showing full depth on the depth gauge, so dig a bit deeper. Could be something small. 19. Take my headphones off a minute. Alright, seems to be in that corner. Oh, interference is something else. Right, got it out. Not that deep then. See the top of the clod and the bottom. So where is it? You can still hear things through the actual power line interference, believe it or not. Oh, it's a musket ball. Quite a nice old musket ball. Still got the sprue attached to it, so probably unfired. Unfortunately, this one's a shallow one. Certain parts of the field the ground is very hard, other parts it's softer. So 21 near the surface. I think it's a An animal tube, a moo tube. There we go, moo tube. Moo tube, sorry. About 18 on the scale. Down there, as you can see, probably going to be another moo tube. Yeah, I can see it is. Don't waste any more time on filming that. These bushes over there conceal a pond. There are lots of small copses of trees in this area, concealing massive ponds and quarries. Maybe for the extraction of ironstone, maybe just for watering animals, but they're quite sizable. I'd love to know the dates they were created. Some of them I'm sure are very ancient. This 14, I don't think it's anything special. It's a piece of metal here with a rivet in it. No ideas, it hasn't really got anything on it. So we'll press on. Right, this one below, beside the tree line and the road, it's an 18. Might be a bullet, might be a coin. I don't think this one's going to be an animal tube. 50% it was. Alright, it's in there. Hope it's not another of those copper plate things. Ah, it's a musket ball. I saw it fall out. Where'd you go? Fallen down the hole. Quite away from where the other musket balls were. But, another musket ball nevertheless. Another musket ball. Right, just stopping for a quick break, getting some water down, stop the dehydration setting in. The ground's harder than it has been of late and in places, so obviously I'm not digging quite so many holes. I'm going to go up the back and inspect the next field in a while if I can't find anything else of interest in this field, but it's mainly the characteristic of this field seems to be musket balls at the moment. So a field of balls, but we have other fields so we can always move through to those if the grass isn't overly long. That's near my bag. Well, I've just stopped for a break. It's only 30% on the depth stakes, but could this be my first coin, or is it just another animal tube? See how hard the ground is. It's not a very deep one. You get the idea. I think we're looking at a piece of lead here, just down there. It's only about 4 inches down. Yeah, it's like a great piece of lead. Nothing definable, unfortunately. Bit of a breeze building up. I think that's the inrush from the convection, so possibility of thunderstorms. Right, not far from my bag, but ground's like concrete here. It's an 18, it's something small in here. In this lot here. So therefore probably not very deep. Is this whatever it is? No idea. Something tiny. Ah, it's goddamn electrical connector. It's quite a deep one, 7 or 8 inches, but it started at 22 and it was 25 by the time I got closer to it. It usually indicates rubbish, so maybe foil, maybe a moo tube. Oh, no, it's not a moo tube. It does actually seem like a coin. Is that a coin? Just very gently dig it out. If it is, it's a big coin. If it is, no, it's not a coin. decorative. Give it a clean. It's got gilding, so it could be a button. Very unusual button if it is. Because I thought part of a machine, but it wouldn't be gilded like that, would it? Or at least painted gold. I don't think. There's a button. That's quite an unusual one. I think, yeah, that's quite interesting. 150 years old, maybe 100 years old, or is it part of something? Can I see some writing on it? If you know, post below, obviously. This is the 13. Again, near the surface, not very deep, so probably something modern. Right, whatever it is, it's fallen out as usual. Not in there, but in the grass. Right. What's it going to be? Ah, it's a shotty. After all that. 17 or 18, near to where I left my bag. In there. I'm thinking it's going to be rubbish. Well, it's dropped out as usual. Musket ball. Another musket ball. Definitely the field of musket balls, this one. 3 feet from that musket ball. Where is it? Up. And another one. Another musket ball. Some of the field. Not far from the stream. What was the number? I think it was about 18. Another musket ball. 9 acres, and this one here I'm going to go through to is 5.4, I think. So see if we can't get any more luck in this field. What's making it particularly arduous is the fact the ground's so hard, as I've said. But we got a 15 in this 5 acre field here, which has been done before. As I say, by 2 detectorists before COVID. Right, what is it? Something small. Tiny piece of lead, isn't it? Yeah, a tiny, random. Signals in this field really are scant, so they must have done a good job. The 2 guys that detected it previously, just left with iron signals mainly. So I may call it a day soon. I've got this one, which they obviously missed, 16 or 17. Right. Whatever this is going to be, it's not very deep, or it's not much further to dig. I can see it, I think. Another piece of lead. Just another random piece of lead, unfortunately. Alright, well here's another one they must have missed. It's a 19 on the scale. Let's see if we can get it with a pinpointer. Something round. Don't know if you can see it. Is that finally a coin, or is that... No, it's a button. It's a button. Victorian button. No, nothing on it. But Yeah, Victorian button, I would say. This was a 10, but it was in a hole where there was iron. There's an addition, I think. But we've got the non-ferrous thing out, whatever it's going to be. I think we have 10. Right, it's in here, it's a 10. Right, it's in here. Yeah, please don't be a shotty end. Yeah. Another tiny bit of lead. There's the field of lead fragments. Yep, fragments of lead. Can't see anything on there. Alright, piece of lead. It's interesting, it was a really quiet field, this last field, 5 acres, just blobs of lead, but every field that I've done, it's the 3rd time I've come out, and each field has a different characteristics. The first field was a field full of moo tubes, predominantly, and then moved across on the second trip out with Dan. We had a field full of buttons and bale seals, which looked like one of which looked like the flax or hemp bale seals, Russian bale seals that I'd found in connection with hops. So the second field looks like a field full of buttons, which I think was hops. And now today, behind me, this field that my initial field is full of musket balls. So each field has a different characteristic, and so when I return, I'll eventually. There are too many fields for me to do just this summer, even. But I might wait for the grass to be a little bit shorter and the ground to be a little bit softer before I come back to this particular permission. Anyway, so I'll head now through to what was the first field on the video, and yeah. Call it a day for now, but we'll return just as and when the ground's a bit softer and the grass is a bit shorter, I think. So just going to head back now. Done about 4 hours, I think. It's 4:44, and that's about as much as I can manage today. So I'll post the finds up, and I don't think there's an awful lot to see, unfortunately. Right, a very quick roundup. 25 finds in total, which is quite a poor showing over 4 hours, but as I say, the grass is quite long in places, and fields are quite quiet. So we got moo tubes, Tetra Delta, I think it says on this one, whatever that is, some sort of animal ointment tubes. We had 7 musket balls in the end, all from the first 9-acre field. Electrical connector, looks like a piece of machinery. Typical shotty, although I've not seen one before where the percussion cap is sort of set within the end there, loose like that. This here, the holes don't appear to go through the item, so it must be decorative. It's got gold paint on it, so I'm assuming that's some sort of badge that goes on clothing. If someone can identify it, please feel free to comment below. I have no ideas at the moment. It's modern, probably 1900s. As with that, that's got a very modern look about it too. Can't say for certain, obviously, but looks like the end of some sort of key. The button, which I said was Victorian, it might equally be 1900s. It's got a bit of gilding on the back. Various bits of lead, as I say, 7 musket balls and a piece of wire. And that was it, I'm afraid. Sometimes don't find an awful lot, but these fields have been detected before. I'll post up some pictures for you to show these bits in front of you here in a bit more detail now.